All right. Well, welcome to another episode of our Public Safety Connection. I'm your pseudo police chief, Holger Durre.
And for Halloween, I'm going as the fire chief, as you can tell. I'm Amy Bonney, the actual police chief, and my good friend Holger, the actual fire chief. Do I wear this the whole time?
I don't think so. I think
Okay.
we can probably take it off.
But I would like people to know, like, this has actually been through some smoke.
And you earned it.
I did. It was really cool. Fire Ops 101, plug.
Yeah, actually, it's a plug because we need to talk about it next year to get some folks involved with it.
Well, that worked out
Yeah,
perfectly.
Absolutely. We didn't even plan for that.
No, but you do look good in the hat.
Well, thank you.
And
I
we're
appreciate
hiring.
that. Oh,
so
excellent.
you want to
Well, the nice thing is I drive a cop car, so
I know you do.
Perfect.
That's pretty cool, too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we do want to talk about Halloween safety, though. That's the important topic of today's video. And we'll kick it right off with you. What do you want to tell our audience about how to keep safe on Halloween?
Well, Halloween in Prescott especially is a big event. And those of you that have been here for any amount of time know and understand there are many major streets, many neighborhoods that welcome all of our kiddos throughout the day, actually, on Halloween. So of note, a couple really major ones, Mount Vernon, Park, Country Club, and we close those down. We work with our partners in Public Works to close those down to make them a little bit safer in certain areas. But there still is a ton of traffic. And so that's always a main concern that we have is just the number of traffic that's out there, the number of kids that are so excited and so eager to do all the fun Halloween things. And so we really just first and foremost want everybody to be aware, slow down all over town. There are events at churches, there are events at schools throughout the day and different businesses. And so people are going to be out. I might be wearing my fire helmet. You might be wearing the police hat.
It could happen.
But people are going to be out throughout the day and into the night. So traffic is definitely one of the main concerns.
Yeah, and for us, that's the same thing. Visibility is definitely a key. So if you're out after dark, and even especially at the dusk hours, make sure that you have a flashlight with you or a lantern. Make sure you're visible. And of course, be age appropriate in terms of where you go, depending on the time of day. Have an adult with the children. Make sure you have an eye on them at all times. And that's not just because you might be afraid they could encounter somebody that you don't want them to encounter, but even just to make sure that you have your eyes open for traffic and other impacts into the area where you guys are trick-or-treating. Just make sure that they're safe. So along with that, it's also a great time to start talking about electrical safety. A lot of folks are decorating their homes with electrical cords, with lamps, with lights, and all of those kind of things, and those are great. Just make sure that you're plugging them into a plug adapter that has circuit protection that's rated for the wire. We definitely want to see all you Clark Griswolds out there, but just make sure, please, 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 follow basic electrical safety. Make sure it's a grounded plug. Make sure that it's a rated plug. And if you have any questions, feel free to call our fire administration. We'll be happy to answer those questions and help you with anything that comes up in that regard. But that's
so how many electrical cords can I daisy chain together? Is 10 too many?
So daisy chaining by itself,
yes,
right? Technically, in the office environment, is not allowed, but
like illegal or frowned upon?
It's illegal, technically.
Okay,
now,
so we won't do that.
Yeah, don't do that here.
Okay.
But in terms of daisy chaining on a light plug, there's actually, believe it or not, with the instructions, even Christmas lights, Halloween lights, there will be a little rating sheet in there that'll tell you how many of those lights you can plug in sequence and how many is too much.
So we have to read the pamphlet.
Absolutely, every single
All right.
line.
We all promise.
Great.
Everyone promises we'll do that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so electrical safety, traffic safety, and the other thing is, we talk about it year after year, and somebody recently asked me, was there ever a case in Prescott where a kiddo got something in their candy that they shouldn't have? Well, of course, throughout the years, we have jokesters who have, put staplers or, never anything nefarious that I can recall, but there is something that really has been on my mind lately with the fentanyl crisis, and I just want to remind parents to pay attention to what goes into their kids' trick-or-treat bags or buckets. Or my daughter has a pillowcase. She's like a little burglar. At the end of the night, she throws it over her shoulder. But pay attention to what's going in there and check it definitely before they eat it. So first thing you want to make sure is that it's sealed candy that's purchased from a store. Gone are the days when you can say, yeah, go ahead and eat that popcorn ball that was made, unless it's somebody you know, of course. But make sure that it's sealed candy from a store that's bought. Make sure that there are no holes or pokes in it. Of course, if you have allergies, you want to be careful of that. But then we're going to show you a picture of something that recently has come down the wire. Our friends at the Phoenix Police Department made an arrest with the pills that you're going to see. And they're multicolored and they look very, very much like candy. And I have heard from our friends that do our drug investigations here in our county. And we are starting to see some of these colored fentanyl pills come through. And it would be very, very easy for someone to sneak those in, whether it's on purpose or whether it's by accident. And so you just really have to pay attention. You never know what is out there, and just check those candies very closely and make sure that you know what your kids are getting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a key point.
Yeah.
And of course, with that too, another thing that's important to mention is that we will be out there, right? You'll see our public safety presence out on the streets, not just obviously in Halloween, but all the time. But definitely both fire and police will be available and on the ready in case anything comes up, even beyond the fentanyl issues. We'll always be there for you and making sure that you have a safe and enjoyable experience here in the city. Is there anything else we want to talk about with Halloween safety?
No, I love that you hit on that. You know, when you see our folks out there, make sure you say hi to them.
Yeah.
We're going to equip them with some candy. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to hit every kid, but they'll have some candy where they are, and make sure you stop by and say hello. And no, I think that's it. We talked about traffic. We talked about fire safety and electrical hazards. You did say something that kind of caught my ear.
Uh-oh.
It was kind of interesting. You said lanterns.
Yes.
So, but no fire. We shouldn't have fire.
Thank you. So open flames
Right? Okay.
are definitely not recommended.
Okay.
We want to make sure that if you do have a jack-o'-lantern or anything like that, they're battery operated. You know, you can get them at most of the stores, in the Halloween section. If you do use a live flame, the risk of anything happening really does go up quite significantly.
Yeah.
And we really want people, especially if it's going to be unattended, not to use an open flame at all.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You know, the good news is about my job is every day of the year I get to dress up like a fire chief, which is, the Halloween costume that I've always
Great.
wanted. It's
I
fantastic.
know. Me too. I think we fell into the right roles.
Exactly. Yeah. Normal people have to go to work in like normal clothes.
I can't.
don't
I
know
don't
what
want
that
to pick
would be
out my
like.
clothes.
I know. So much
I like
easier.
blue and blue.
Yeah.
That works out.
Or white.
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us this month. We hope you have an amazing Halloween. And it's a kickoff to our holiday season, which is a season of gratitude. So with that, we really thank all of you in the city and the surrounding region for your great support of our public safety folks. We appreciate it. It's noticed. And we'll definitely see you on our next Public Safety Connection in November.
Thank you. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.